So, tonight's episode of Merlin. First of all, I apologize for not finding a better link. It's not awesome. I know it goes like tan, where, you know, it just blank for a minute. I tried to find another video. Like, I seriously spent forever trying to find a video where it didn't go blank for that part, but at least still hear the dialogue and everything. My first thing is how I know Aithusa helped Morgana out, but one, Aithusa can't speak, so how did Morgana ever learn her name? She made up with Kilgara or something to tell her name? How did she know his name? Like, how did Aithusa actually get locked in prison with Morgana? All these questions. And so, since Merlin, I'm getting ahead of myself, but if Merlin can control the dragon, yet Morgana still has, like, control over the dragon too, I'm really confused on how she can use Aithusa, like, if she's going to or not. Like, Aithusa just seems like a big pet to me that sometimes, like, our dog. Merlin can still obviously use his Dragon Lord powers over it. But otherwise, I liked Aithusa kind of looking like a cat trying to comfort Morgana. When they're talking about when they're not feeding Merlin, and Merlin just like at the campfire, and Mordred's like, he's like, don't mess with Emerus, he's gonna get pissed off. You can go like, bam. But then Emily, they were right about about Mordred being hard guessing what he's going to do. I don't know what I think about him. Like, honestly, I know he's the villain. I know he's supposed to be the villain, but they do paint him, so it's hard to paint him as the villain, I guess, because of what happens at the end. But again, I'm not focusing on that. What is up with my camera? It keeps alien thingy. I don't remember what I was gonna say. Arthur. Oh, when Arthur like collapses because he thinks he's out of water. It's like, oh, but I'm like, but then I remember the previews and I know he's running soon. I'm like, what's going on? And then I saw him with a knife and I'm like, oh, you sneaky little devil. And Gwen, do you like Gwen again? I know you were like looking at her condemning someone to death when she's been through that experience too, and I was saying she's a strong queen, but you know, she's also an intelligent queen. She was thinking ahead, and she was right. And so good for Gwen. Can't wait for TV, good quality. I can't wait till this is actually on Sci-Fi. I don't have to wait till freaking January, but I'm gonna DVR it, and so I can just watch it on good HD instead of this crappy, sometimes leggy video. And when Merlin's all like, you should have killed him, and I'm like, whoa, Merles, you're being a little harsh. Even though, you know, I don't know what to think of Merlin, and Mordred and Merlin is really worried that Mordred's gonna kill Arthur. I understand, but they did say he was getting a bit more aggressive. Not aggressive is not the word, but yeah. Do I seem lower in my seat to you today? I feel like I'm lower. Alien key. Okay, so before it was announced, I'm like, alien is key thingy? Because he's like, you're worthy, queen. And I'm like, ooh, he's the key. He's the D something. I was so right. The guards suck at Camelot. Like, we know this throughout the whole series, but just confirms it even more. Letting the dude get away. Like, Mordred didn't know about Morgana. Well, I didn't know. I thought Mordred was already working with Morgana. I didn't realize that she didn't know that he was there. So that surprised me. Almost, I wasn't really surprised when he stabbed her, though. Half-Naked Men. I love this show. And then when Mordred told Morgana that Arthur was in his grasp, and she's like, ah! You're like, whoa. Morgana, you need to chill. He's like, Morgana, calm down. And he can tell that she's so driven by anger. So I can see why Mordred, who he owes both his life to Morgana and Mordred and Arthur, would go to Arthur because Arthur's a bit nicer. Yeah. And when Arthur's always like, we're brother and sister, you're such a nice child. And she's like, I grew up. And he's like, oh, Morgana. In the Legends, I know she does redeem herself. But that's like when he dies. Or Arthur dies, you know. Why can't Aithusa speak? Does she have to be around Kilgara or another dragons learn how to speak? Or does she have to be around Merlin to be able to speak or something? Like, what happened in her childhood as a dragon in these first 3 years that she cannot speak? It makes Me curious. I think Merlin needs to go talk to Kilgara about it. Mordred, really? Oh, magic reveal. Like, I can't read that. I have M-A-R-E. It looks like an S, but it must be a V that's kind of sideways. E-L. Obviously, I'm trying to write fast. When Merlin's coming and Arthur's all cornered, I'm like, magic reveal! I'm like, no, it can't be a magic reveal. And then Mordred started getting these shifty eyes. I'm like, Mordred? What are you going to do, Mordred? I wasn't expecting the stabbing thing. I was expecting the knocking out of Morgana thing or something. Stabbing surprised me. Not so much that Mordred, like, did something. Because you know I have to get on in Arthur's good graces because you know he's going to become a knight at Camelot. But can't believe Merlin's completely knocked out. But I'm like, magic reveal, and it didn't happen. I know it's not going to happen for a while, but I was excited for one. I was right about Alien. Yeah, I was right about the alien thing. The Dimara, is that what it is? And Arthur's Bane is himself. I know they said we wouldn't expect it. I don't know. Maybe he's too trusting? I don't think he's going to commit suicide. And since they've already taken Lancelot out of the equation, I don't know how they're going to do it. Love, and need to focus more on love instead of power. Oh, those words. And staying on the Merlin note, are we doing Comic-Con? You need to register with them online first before you even have a chance of getting tickets. So do that. And my dad's on the TV over there now. Yeah. So respond. Okay. Love you. Bye.